Law and Disorder.
That's us.
That's us. Is it? It's us. Yeah.
It's us. This is us.
This is us. Not the show because we're not as good, but this is us. I am Sergio.
I'm Kate.
She's riding shotgun, or you're riding with a shotgun.
I'm riding around. I'm getting it.
If
I don't know the rest of the words.
If we were riding around in the car, you would be riding shotgun with a shotgun.
Well, I have a CHL, so.
You would have a shotgun. I don't know what the hell we'd be doing with this shotgun, but we'd be riding around, enjoying the shotgun.
Do nothing.
So, yeah, last time we did that, we updated the phone. So.
Because your finger hit the wrong button.
So, we're talking Winter Olympics.
They start in a couple days.
Where is it held?
I'm going to say it wrong.
Let's hear it.
Pyeongchang.
I think that's actually right.
Or Pyeongchang.
South Korea?
South Korea. Mm-hmm.
They got good, I don't know, whatever they make there.
Korean barbecue? I don't know.
I think it's Mongolian barbecue. It's not even Korean.
I mean, there's Mongolian barbecue and there's Korean barbecue.
Then they have Korean Jesus.
They do?
Oh, that's a 21 Jump Street reference. You don't know.
No. I don't
that was a
remember.
Korean Jesus
Ah.
at the Korean church. So the Olympics start. Do you watch the Olympics, either winter or summer?
Yeah. If I have time, I'm always putting it on, or I at least try to see, all the American athletes participate in every sport. Like if I can't watch all of snowboarding, I'll at least try to watch the American snowboard.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there like a favorite event that you have?
For the Winter Olympics, I mean, watching curling is hilarious. It's not.
The one where they have like the broomsticks and they're just.
Yeah, they have the huge ice block and they have to rub the ice in front of it and get it to stop where they want it to stop to score points. I think that's pretty funny. I think the ice skating is great. I mean, you see the best ice skaters in the world compete.
The one that I get a kick out of is the skiers that have the shotguns or the rifles. You know what I'm talking about? They're like going through the thing and they're stopping and they're shooting. Like they have certain targets they have to hit.
Oh wow, no.
Yeah, they run around like almost like snipers, like a James Bond villain.
Oh my gosh.
And like they ski down the slopes and they stop and they shoot and hit their target and they go down. It's like a whole obstacle course or a whole course of. I'm like, what the hell kind of sport is this?
You know which one I don't get? Bobsledding. Like, I understand why it's an Olympic sport, but I just don't know, like, what do they do in that bobsled? Like, do they all have to just, like, lean at a certain time together to go faster? That's it?
Yeah.
Like, how do they steer it, or does it just follow the little thing?
There's I don't know if it's a steering wheel. I think there's, like, a set of cables, and you kind of, like, pull it.
Because I don't know how it works, and it's my fault
it.
for not researching it, but, like, I've always just thought that they just get in there and the weight of 3 people makes it go, and then they all have to like lean side to side because I think you have to lean when you're taking corners.
No, yeah, somebody's actually steering.
So they do steer, okay.
But yeah, and then you have a guy that runs the brake. There's 4 guys.
There's a brake.
Well, you kind of gotta. You won't necessarily wreck, but you probably have to like hit it somewhere to like to stay on track, to not like lose your footing or whatever they say. But the other one is the luge, which is the guy that like just goes down the ramp on the little board.
On skis and they just fly in the air?
No, the guy on the luge is the one that's like basically on a sled. You know, the guy that lays down and he just goes down like 1,000 miles an hour.
No.
You've never seen that one?
No.
It's the same concept as the bobsled. It's like a one-man sled.
That's scary.
And you lay down and you go down and like and you're just going straight. But the whole purpose is like who can get down there the fast. They time you on who's going the fastest. You're like a bullet. Same thing with the bobsled. You're basically a bullet.
Pretty much. But yeah, they also have that one where the skiers just like ski down the slope and jump in the air.
Yeah, like the high jump or the long jump, whatever.
The speed skating is kind of entertaining. See how fast they can go.
The hockey? Do you watch the hockey?
The hockey? Oh my god!
Do you watch the Olympic hockey?
I love Olympic hockey. It's really cool to see players from other countries compete. Their styles are kind of different, I've noticed.
How so? I don't know anything really about hockey. You're the hockey guru.
It just seems like each team has its own kind of aggressiveness. You can see that they all like move differently, like the way like they coincide with each other. Like each team, like they each kind of play differently, like strategy wise. So it's cool to see like the relationship of like you see Russia playing, like Sweden or something. It's like two totally different teams because it's from two totally different countries. It's just, I notice it because I've been watching it so long.
But the difference between that and, like, let's say basketball in the Summer Olympics is, like, in basketball, the best players in the world are American. So they just, some of these countries don't stand a chance. But in hockey, like, a lot of the worst players are from America, and, like, the best ones are Canadian and Russian,
yeah,
and somewhere else, Swedish, Norway, something like that.
Yeah,
it's like Americans aren't that dominant in hockey, and
it's like too, like, if they allowed football in, like, the Summer Olympics, Americans are gonna win. No other countries win in that. We're the only country that plays football.
That's true. Yeah, that and soccer. We really kind of lack in soccer too.
Didn't the U.S. women's team win the World Cup this past?
Time? Was it this time or the time before that? I think it was the time.
This past time.
Well, the thing about the women's soccer team is that, like, the U.S. women's team made soccer mainstream for girls, and other third world countries had to catch up to that. But in the term of the males, well, that is the universal sport in every other country, except for America. That is the original football. They call
soccer football.
Yeah, and then they call football American football. So
I heard that Russia wasn't allowed to play in the Winter Olympics this year.
I guess they banned all of them for all the stuff that happened in the last Olympics in Russia. There was some doping scandal that got swept under the rug, and I think they took some medals away, and it was a whole thing in Russia.
So they won't be there
this
week.
Here's another thing that they point out, and I read articles on this, like, after every Olympics, like the infrastructure of the Olympics, because some of these countries can't really afford to host the Olympics because you're spending billions of dollars. So the countries host the Olympics, they set up all these beautiful venues, and they, doll up the city, and then within a month, like, the things are abandoned and they never use certain venues again. And
I read that, like, when they had the Olympics, what was it, 8 or 10 years ago in China?
Yeah.
They built a stadium for the Olympics, and now they don't use it for anything else. It's abandoned. Like, they don't. Well, it's just sitting there.
Even in Russia, there were things that weren't used. When they had the Summer Olympics in Brazil 2 years ago, they set up all these. They did the Olympic Village, and all the housing for the Olympic athletes. They basically said, okay, once the Olympics are over, we're going to turn these into, like, high-rise apartments. And they're already pre-leased, and it's going to be great. It's going to build up the infrastructure of Brazil. And, like, within 6 months, the buildings are vacant, and, like, weeds are growing everywhere, and the buildings are, like, all shoddy, and, like, oh, we're going to have to condemn some of them. It's like, that's why they're trying to actually change certain things of the Olympics, like, moving forward. Like, for example, LA is going to get the Olympics in 20 whatever. In, like, 10 years, the Summer Olympics are going to be in LA. But they're like, well, LA is going to use a football stadium that they're already building for the Rams, and they have the old Olympic Stadium, and they have the Staples Center for basketball, and it's like, that's what they want. They want countries that already have all this stuff, and they're just slapping some fresh paint on it and calling it a day. But some of these little countries, like, cripple themselves financially to have the Olympics.
It ruins their economy.
But they say, oh, well, we're going to get so much more, like, business for this 2-week span. Yeah, that's great. You're going to get all this business, but it's only a couple $1 billion, and then it's gone, and you've bankrupted your country. You spent $10 billion to make $20 billion, but now you're $10 billion still in the hole. And you were already in the hole. Your economy was already in the shitter to begin with, so it doesn't really do anything for you.
It's kind of sad now. That took a depressing turn.
It really is depressing, actually. So I guess the moral of the story is that only first world countries should host the Olympics.
I mean, yeah, unless the Olympics can, help pay for venues, and
they're not going to do that.
No, they're not going to do that.
So now we're going to pound boycott Olympics.
I'm not going to boycott the Olympics.
Well, it's still about, like, people coming together from all these different walks of life, and like, sport bringing them together. And, like, that's still true. Like, the Olympics itself, all that hoopla is very political. But, like, at the end of the day, it's just all these countries getting together, and, like, we're unified by sport. Well, sports are universal.
Hence the opening ceremony. I can't wait to see it. It'll be great.
And then everybody tries to outdo each other on these opening ceremonies. They always want to figure out a new way to light this cauldron like to light the torch. They always want to do something.
They should take like a torch and like, I don't know, tape it or attach it to a drone and fly a drone up to the cauldron or whatever.
Speaking of drones,
and crash the drone into it and light it on
and that's
fire.
how it bursts into flames.
And then you're watching it live. There's a camera on the drone, so you're just flying up there.
Oh, you get to see it ignite.
And you all of a sudden it just like crashes or ignites the fire, and you see it from the drone's perspective.
We should do that.
I'm copywriting that.
We should, yeah.
LA should do that when we host the Olympics.
Well, actually,
that way everyone can light the thing.
Well, one of the big security measures in South Korea is drones that will catch drones. Like, a lot of people just have drones for recreational purposes, but it's a big security threat because they're saying, okay, yeah, people have drones, they're flying them around. They go, yeah, but this drone can have a bomb, and this drone could go crash into a bus carrying American athletes. So now we have to have drone catching drones.
Well, aren't those like those military grade drones? They're a little bit bigger. They're different than like the little drones that you can buy and have, at your house.
But think about it. If Al Qaeda wanted to shoot out like 100 drones, you have to have 100 military drones to catch those 100 drones.
Well, these military drones are nicer and probably fly faster.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it.
We easily could get attacked by terrorists with drones.
It's technology.
I don't know. These drones have apps, and you can control it from your phone. And if you had 100 members of Al Qaeda that each had a drone, and they just flew them into like a bus, blow that thing up. And
well, they're taking measures to prevent it. So
I don't know. It's the first Olympics. This is like the first Olympics, I think, since the drone really got mainstream. So that's interesting. That's an interesting security thing. But then didn't you say that they banned a lot of people from South Korea?
Yeah, I read real quick an article. It looks like they just like banned like over 30,000 foreigners from entering the country just for security reasons.
Can South Korea even hold another 30,000 foreigners?
Right, that's what I was thinking. Because how many people are coming in from the Olympics? Like, I don't know how many athletes there are, like, all together. Probably, 1,000 athletes or more?
I think it's more than that, yeah.
More than 1,000
Yeah, because I think
athletes.
America has, like, America brings, like...
500 or...
Something like that, yeah.
And then, if they all want to bring family or at least one family member or two family members, and then other people, like friends from all these other countries are coming in, how many people are going to be there?
I mean, and the odds of you getting blacklisted are like 1 in a million, 1 in 2 million. So 30,000 people got blacklisted.
And then just people that, live on that side of the world or anywhere in the world just want to go watch, that don't know anybody. They just want to watch it.
That's crazy.
But I did read that apparently for the opening ceremonies, it's going to be freakishly cold.
Like, how cold?
Like, they were saying -9 degrees Celsius.
Well, that's Celsius, though.
So that's colder than...
Well, 0 is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it'll probably be like, maybe, I don't know.
-9 will probably be like at 20s.
20s or 10s.
Well, let's look it up. Let's do there's got to be a Celsius to Fahrenheit converter.
Okay, let's see. Celsius.
Let's see. But yeah, I bet it's gonna
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
I say it's gonna be like 18 degrees. What do you think it's gonna come out to?
I'm gonna say 5. Okay. No. What did you say? 18?
Yeah.
You were closer. Okay, so -9 degrees Celsius is 15.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's cold.
Yeah, that's another thing. The U.S. is the only country that uses the metric system.
You mean the standard system?
What was everyone else uses metric?
Yeah.
Okay, we're the only country that doesn't use the metric system.
Yeah, we use the standard system.
Fahrenheit and miles instead of kilometers.
Kilometers and kilograms. Yeah, when they make a drug bust, it's not a 10-pound drug bust. It's 20 kilos.
Yeah.
So.
How many kilos you got?
I know. Are we eating up your time? You can come on.
You can come on in. You want to be a guest on our show?
I think we're in. Are we out of our time? Did we stay too long?
No, I didn't know. I might have cut off the power to the building. I'm working for the owners.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
They're gonna cut off our power.
Oh man.
They didn't pay the bill. They didn't pay the bill.
Well, we're not live, but we're getting.
It'll be on YouTube later.
Okay.
So they didn't
our
pay
power might be cut off.
I mean, we can be as short as we need to be.
Yeah.
Since.
No,
if you give me like, I don't know,
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. Cool. Thanks.
So we're gonna get kicked out because they didn't pay the electric bill. The guy's like, yeah, I gotta turn off the power. I'm from Encore. It's like something about a past due balance.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm gonna turn the power off when nobody's here.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We should just keep going until the power just runs out.
Well, how much? Well, the phone's almost out of battery too.
Yeah.
So
we're just shit out of luck this week. So.
Yeah. But we'll make it work.
See, that's the thing I like about doing this show is we always have just the most off the wall things that could happen.
Yeah.
And that guy's just like, oh, who the F are these guys?
Am I interrupting?
It's like, I don't mean to interrupt. Well, actually, you did because it's pretty funny. Now you just threw off Olympics talk.
Sorry, guys, but I guess we'll have to wrap it up so we can pack up all our crap and get out of here.
I know because apparently we're getting
apparently
tossed out.
It's gonna be dark, so yeah.
There's gonna be black people here.
We still got 15 minutes. That's pretty good.
Oh, there's gonna be black people here.
I mean, there could be.
You said it's gonna get dark.
It's gonna get dark in here.
Oh, I thought that was like a racist comment.
Sergio, get your mind out of the gutter.
I thought you were.
That's him, guys.
I thought you were going there. Going there.
Nah. Yeah.
All right, so that's Olympic talk.
Yep.
Olympics start on
Thursday. Well, I think
Wednesday?
some of the competitions start on Wednesday. They always have to have a few before the opening ceremony.
And it lasts for like 14, 18 days.
Yeah, a little over 2 weeks.
So we'll still be talking Olympics when we come back.
Oh yeah. We're not done talking about it yet.
No, it's just getting started. We'll be talking gold medals and all that next time.
Oh, excited.
So, okay, on behalf of myself and Miss Kate here, we are Law and Disorder. You can catch us on the YouTube,
the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, and I'll get a Snapchat eventually.
Yeah, that would have been awesome to have Snapchatted that. And hopefully we'll have power next time we're here.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to bring the generators.
We'll just bring the generator. Or just hook it up to a bike and I'll just pedal so that we can keep going.
We'll do a whole show. You can wear the headset like you're a spin
like
instructor.
A spin instructor.
She's like today on Twitter.
And clap.
Training on Twitter today. Pretty awesome.
Sounds like I'm doing something else right now. Okay, we're going to end with that. Thanks, guys. See you
later. All right, guys. Later.